What's going on, y'all? H-Star here, gonna get into this entire Fresh and Fit fiasco that's been going on. Yes, Fresh and Fit is in the news again, to nobody's surprise. But this time, it was Myron Gaines who said or thinks that women who have Instagram are cheating.
Men and women are not the same. Women like attention, men want sex. So my thing is, a man is capable of having sex with other women while still loving his girl the same.
You're actually saying that in a relationship, it's okay for men to go and explore other options, but we have to be happy with you and not explore options.
Absolutely. Closed on your end, open on my end, and I think there should be honest between the two.
Why? Why would anyone agree to that?
You can't just go throwing that thing around. I spoke to Dan Balserian. Yeah, I'm sick of you asking to finish your long, boring answers that are the same answer every time we ask you a question. Even Dan Balserian last week told me to my face, "So fucking what, clown? Here you are on the show. I can turn you off as well. Just turn these clowns off. See you fellas, grow up, bring us back when you're 30 and you've got half a brain. You're not running around being led by your own dicks. Bye-bye. See you later."
Now, as we just seen, these, which to my knowledge, I thought this was just, two people doing a podcast. But apparently they are a couple from Australia. And apparently this is one of the top podcasts in Australia. And you can obviously tell they're an older couple. You can obviously tell he's older. You can obviously tell she's older. And the thing is, he's trying to put you on game. See, this is the problem. When you have older people who try to put you on game, you don't listen. That's your goddamn problem, Myron. You don't want to listen. This is an old head trying to put you on game, which is something you probably lacked growing up. You probably had nobody around you to put you on game. You had no one around you to put you on game, bro. You had no one around you from whether it was a father figure, uncles, brothers, friends from school, whatever the case may be, college. They didn't put you on game when it came to certain shit. Like, when it came to fucking women, you didn't have a soul come up to you and say, listen, at some point, you're not gonna, get no excitement out of fucking bitches anymore while having a girlfriend. At some point, it don't excite you, because what are you gaining from that? And then there's one thing Myron don't really talk about. When he says open on my end, close on yours, he acts like there's no consequences to him doing it. See, the problem is, right? Even if your girl's cool with that, right? And there are women out there, admittedly, who will be stick by a man's side after he's done paid all the bills, doing his part, providing whatever the case may be. But you have to also understand, that side piece who you got, eventually she's going to want to take the role away from your wife. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week or next year, but eventually she's going to want that. She's going to want the title. Best believe she gonna come for that title. And when she comes for that title, you better make sure you have documents. Everything documented. You better make sure you have text messages documented, any DMs, any NDA. You need to have NDAs, especially if you're somebody who is of high caliber, high clout. Now he says that's his part about women can't have Instagram. Now, if you're talking about women that are posting thirst traps, cool. And granted, this can be Myron's preference, but guess what? You trickling it down to almost like 1% of women. If this ain't 1% of women, I'm about to show y'all what it would be at 1% of women's home. But here's the thing, all right? Let's say, all right, cool. You have your little options while you're still with her, right? Cool. There's some women who will still stick by a man like that. Let's say roughly 27%, 50%, almost half of women in the US, which if you do the math, is like 166 million women in the United States. So if you cut that in half, that's 83 million. And if you get to like shrink it down to 25%, That's probably way lower than that. Would be okay with that. But I guarantee you, of them women that are cool with you exploring other options, they still got Instagram. Best believe they still got Instagram. And just because a woman has Instagram don't automatically mean she's just trying to put herself out there for attention. I get it if she's doing some crazy shit, like she's cupping her butt cheeks like in between a bottle or some crazy shit like that. I get all that. Then that's where you need to cut shit off. But the thing about that is, if she's just posting regular pictures, very classy regular pictures, you shouldn't give a fuck what she posts. And if you've been with a woman however many years, let's say 4 to 5 years, hell, it may not even be 4 to 5 years, because hell, even 1 to 2 years of being together is an awfully long time for a relationship. So if y'all together by year 4, year 5, and you're still not sure that you trust this woman, either two things are the problem. You have some deep-rooted trust issues that you need to seek psychological help for, or she ain't it. She's not the one. So that's when you need to move on and pick somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, that's not it.
This one first. It's way more important to protect her than to please her. Who gives a fuck about a woman's orgasm? It's useless.
Right.
Masagi.
Wait a minute. You said who gives a fuck? Have a woman ever had an orgasm with you when you was having sex?
Yeah,
do you know how that feels for you?
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not like in there like trying to like make it happen. I just like do it. If it happens, awesome. If it don't, like all right, well. So
that's why your relationship don't work out.
That's why you keep blaming it on the masculine high.
Now, of course, this clip is a bit old, but it's been going viral as of late. But it has to do with Myron being quoted as saying that he don't care about a woman's orgasm. So he's like, oh well, if she climaxes one time and she don't the next, then that's fine. But the problem is, you don't know how to please a woman. You don't know how to satisfy a woman. And if you don't know how to satisfy a woman at a certain age, when it comes to that part, that's a you problem. And I hate to say it, but if you expect a woman to not have Instagram, to accept the fact you're still dabbling in your options, even though you're a provider, you're doing your part, whatever the case may be, cool. She accepts that. She accepts you having options. But you also want a woman who don't have an Instagram or chooses to delete it. And then lastly, you want a woman to say loyal to you, and you can't sexually arouse her. You can't get her off. You can't get her rocks off. Best believe that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And she's going to get somebody to break her back. You're not going to know what's going to happen. You'll never know. It'll exist, but it won't exist. It'll be like a undercover CIA op. The people in the op will know it happened, but the world won't know. What she'll do is she'll accept that DM from a top NFL athlete, NBA athlete, get flown out, sign the NDA, do some other paperwork, all that jazz. So don't get mad because somebody like Wesley Pipes can fly out your chick just to make her squirm everywhere. He gonna fly her out, he gonna blow her back out and send her right back to you. And she's gonna lie about it. Best believe you ain't never gonna know about it because NDA is ironclad. Ain't a woman gonna break NDA, bro, when it comes to that. And these top 1% of guys who be probably fucking your wife, best believe they got NDAs on deck. Get used to the fact that people like Future gonna probably fly her out. People like Drake gonna probably fly her out. People like Ja Morant gonna fly her out. And whoever else that's up there is gonna fly her out and give her that work. And when it boils down to it, a woman that don't have an Instagram, that's okay with you exploring your options and okay with you not knowing how to satisfy them, is probably within the 1% of 1% of 1% of a decimal fraction percent. I know that's a lot of numbers, but you get the point. It's like a wise man once said, if your girlfriend's at a season opening basketball game, best believe she's fucking somebody on that team. But with that being said, Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And until next time, it's been H-Dog here, and I'm out. Peace.